welcome to Drier Days Art Studio. I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for being here today. We're going to work on this dark black, silver, and white table. For my patrons, there is going to be bonus content for you guys over on patreon.com/drier-days. So if you're a patron of mine, hop over there and make sure you grab your bonus content. I haven't made a table like this in a while, and I was really excited. This has been in the works for a couple of months, so let's hop right in and get you guys into my process here. As you can see here, I've laid plastic down on my work table, and I've really taped the plastic down really nice and taut. And now I'm taking a gold metallic marker, and I'm gonna just sort of freehand out the shape of a geode. I knew I wanted this to be a geode shaped table with a center cutout in it, and relatively large. So we're making a pretty big shape here. And even sometimes after I make my shape, I'll still kind of edit it or make some changes. And once I lay my caulk down too, I can kind of change the shape too, even when I'm laying that caulk down. Yeah, so just decided it looked a little too thick up at the top there. So sort of editing a little bit. And then we're gonna come in with caulk. I am gonna do 5 layers of this caulk. And you do wanna make sure you get it really flush, because as you'll see here, when I'm pouring my resin, we didn't have it completely flush with the plastic and we got a little bit of a leak, but it still worked out just fine. So I knew I wanted this table to be really dark, really black. And so I actually mixed up, this is about 22 ounces here of tabletop epoxy resin. I like to use a tabletop or a countertop epoxy because it's just going to have a higher heat resistancy. It's going to be a higher resistancy to scratches and scuffs, because when we're making a table or recovering our counters, we need it to be pretty durable. And this is going to be a functional piece of art. So I always opt for more of a countertop as opposed to an art resin. And so we're just getting, I'm gonna do 2 layers of just black resin, and I'm using the black color cream pigment paste from my store, Drier Days Art Studio. And just getting a nice base here, getting around all the edges, and we'll let that cure, and then I'm gonna do this again. Okay, so that first layer has cured, and I'm gonna use some of these big pieces from Celestial Fireglass. I actually found them on Instagram. I can link below where you can find them. And I'm gonna do another layer here with that black color cream pigment paste. Again, I'm using about 22 ounces of resin. So you're gonna use quite a bit of paste because I wanted this to be very opaque with a very dark base. We still only wanna do about a 10% or less volume of paste to resin. And as you can see, the black is so opaque that you actually don't need a whole lot because it really does a full coverage job here. Just mixing that up really, really well. And we'll just lay that in just like we did the first layer. And then we'll have those stones really nice and secured in there with this layer of black. As you can see, we did have a leak with the black getting into the center there, but never fear, the caulk is still doing its job. We still have the plastic down, so we're gonna be able to peel that right out. We're losing a little bit of resin, but as you can see, not a ton. I did try to use some hot glue to kind of make a dam there in the middle, but we still had a little bit leaking. But again, it wasn't a huge catastrophe, and this still turned out great. You can see there, because we have like a mirror-like finish with this black, you can see me popping in my face there with my respirator. Please, guys, I say this all the time, but make sure you're wearing gloves. Black nitrile are best. Make sure you're using a respirator that is safe for organic vapors. I have a window right in front of me here that is cracked while I'm working, and sometimes I will even use goggles over my eyes depending on what I'm making. So please just keep up with that resin safety. These are chemicals that we are using, and that is so important. Now we're gonna get to the fun part with some glitter. We're gonna use Icicle here. Beautiful gray silver glitter. So pretty, nice and fine. We're gonna use silver metallic color cream. Oh my God, this looks so luscious. I love this metallic color. We're gonna use the white, all from Drier Days color line, Color Joy. We're gonna start here with a nice base of just clear resin. So those other 2 black layers have cured. As you can see, we're still in our caulk mold. that I did 5 layers of caulk in, and just really gonna move this around, get it up against those stones, up against our caulk edge here. And then I will hit with some heat, because when we get our fingers in there and start moving stuff around, it does cause some air bubbles. You want to have a nice surface to start with. And then I'm going to start using these beautiful, cool colors in here and just kind of go in a circular motion, following the shape of the mold here. And then I was working with this, getting all the bubbles popped, and I thought, you know, a rocky edge around the edges of this would be really cool. So I decided to use some other platinum Fireglass that I have from Celestial Fireglass. I just like to clean them off a little bit because they're sometimes a little dusty, and I knew I had my resin sitting there, so I was working super, super quick to get these around the edge. You can see how beautiful. I think that really was a beautiful addition there to have around the edges here. And then since I do have it in that clear layer and we already have that black cured, we're not going to get any of that black messing with our beautiful clear stones. I have a slow curing resin. It takes about 45 minutes of working time with this resin. So it's plenty of time for me to get those stones down and then come around and start making the shape of my geode. So there first I used the silver metallic, and now I'm laying in some of that icicle right above that silver. I come around the stones here and just gonna work in that geode shape. I know I get really messy here, and you know, that's okay, because these are really supposed to be looking earthy and stony, and so I let myself have a little bit of leeway with the getting a little bit messy. It's art, you know, it should be fun. This should be play and not so serious and scary. We can clean things up pretty easy. That little drip I had right there, I'm using my finger to kind of smooth it out, blend it in, and we're gonna be okay. We still have that beautiful black background. Everything is looking great, keeping those stones in place there with my sticks, because sometimes they get a little ornery and they want to float away. There we go. Just use your tools, stay calm, use your glove fingers. That's why we're wearing gloves, so we can really get in there. Gonna keep building on this silver here. I really wanted it to be just black, silver, and white. That was it, those 3 colors. Played off that, picked glitter colors that match that, picked you know, Fireglass and stones that would match that. Incorporating some beautiful icicle glitter here. This is one of my favorite glitters. It's pretty new to my store, and I love working with it. I've used it a lot, actually. Here is that white, the white, such a beautiful opaque white. I get beautiful cells from this white. Again, all of these are available in my store, of course, you guys. So I hope you have tried some of my products and you're enjoying them. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products or my techniques in the comments, please. And just hitting with some heat, keeping the resin nice and soft. You can see it there selling up already. And if you spritz this with rubbing alcohol, you'll get even more cells with the white. And actually, any of the metallic pigments, when you spritz them with alcohol, some of the metallic will actually rise to the top, and you'll have that beautiful metallic shimmer on the surface of your resin work. Here we are going to demold. Look at how beautifully this came right off the plastic. Beautiful. And then look at this center. That was kind of the oopsie leak. Look at that. Came right out. The caulk came off really well. Just an image of the table before I do any silver edging. I'm going to use this giant silver marker here. I did use a black marker and a white marker here to just add some more highlights and shadows. I didn't use any silver markers. And then just doing a flood coat here to really make sure everything is sealed down. And I came out to film this beautiful table. My dear friends were there already having their breakfast. This is the beautiful Colorado morning. I brought this table out here and just thought the light hitting the sparkle was just beautiful. So I think I've decided to actually keep this table for myself. I'm not sure, but look at all the beautiful sparkle we have going on. You see my KD sticker in there for my little signature. And we'll get another view here. I'm just so happy with how this came out. I think it looks so much like a geode and rocky and beautiful. I'm so glad I did that Fireglass around the outside edge. I think that really made the piece. The lines in here look beautiful. So this piece was about 2 months in the making, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and the process. Again, my patrons are going to have some bonus content over at patreon.com/dryerdays. Please check out my website, dryerdaysartstudio.com, for all of the products that I use. I have my own Color Joy line, and every single product that I used in the resin is from my store, except for the Fireglass. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on pouring.